Hello and welcome to this week's Pet of the Week at the Kokomo Humane Society. We're joined by Karen Wolf and Cosmo this week, who is just a very tiny little dog. Can you tell us about him and how he came here?
Someone found him as a stray and brought him into the shelter. I don't think he was out very long, but no one's come to claim him. So we hold strays for 5 days and then put them up for adoption. So he's a little bit of a whiner, but he's a sweet boy, and he'll need to be neutered before he's sent home, but he's ready to go. His adoption fee will be $120. He's a year and a half, we figure. A nice boy, could probably use a little attention with the house training. It's hard to tell here. Smell a lot, so sometimes they'll try and mark, but once we get him neutered, that'll help with that a lot. But he's a nice little lap guy, sweet, and if he has a lot of attention, then he's happy, but if not, he whines a little bit.
When we came in, I noticed he was back behind the main counter.
He's a little office foster right now, and we tend to pull some of them out there that need a little extra attention. He doesn't like to be back in the kennel.
Well, but there are other dogs of all sizes.
Oh, yeah, he
and
gets along well.
A cat occasionally. Yeah, that's a really great thing.
Yeah, he seems to get along well with the other dogs back there. Tend to be our dogs, but he's doing great with them, and he's a nice little guy. He seems to like everybody. He's a little antsy, but I think that'll settle down once he gets into him. But he seems pretty typical Chihuahua.
And it's very busy back there today.
Yeah.
There's a lot of barking dogs, and
Yeah.
there are a lot of great dogs here right now. A great selection, all age ranges.
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay. We'll talk about just you. Does that make you happy?
Surprisingly, not too excited about the treats, but likes to be held. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Oh my goodness. But yeah. So he'll probably. Someone who's looking for a little companion. Chihuahuas tend to really bond with one or two people. They're really companion animals. So someone who's looking for someone to spend some time with and a lot of time with is a good thing. We like it when these little dogs get someone who's around a lot.
And what would you recommend? Do you have an age limitation that you would put?
We won't really put a limitation. He's pretty nice, but they're delicate. You see these skinny little legs. He's just so little kids, toddlers, depending on the toddler, maybe a little older would be better because you can't drop them and they're pretty fragile. But
Come here. Oh, here you go. You're a good boy. And so whoop. He wants to go explore, apparently. I wasn't expecting that. It takes a lot to keep the Humane Society going, and part of that is volunteers that come in and help take care of animals.
Yeah, we rely heavily on our volunteers. They come in, socialize the cats and walk the dogs, and we have volunteers that help with feeding and cleaning and all different things. So we're always trying to increase our volunteer corps. And Rafaela is our volunteer coordinator, and she's going to have another volunteer orientation at the end of the month. So if you're interested, the summer will be here, the spring before we know it. So it's a great thing to do with your child to volunteer. If you're 16 or over, you can volunteer on your own. Under 16, you have to be from 10 to 16, you have to be with an adult. So it's a great thing for a parent and a child to do together. So if you're interested, all the information is on our website. You go to How to Help, and it has the volunteer link. And you can download an application or you can pick one up here. And then once you turn your application in, Rafaela will call and let you know when the orientation is and get you signed up.
Well, that's a great point to bring up. I wouldn't have thought about, having my child come in with me to volunteer, but
That's how I started.
Is it?
Yeah, my daughter and I, she wasn't old enough to go on her own, and we wanted something to do together, and so we started volunteering here.
Oh. That's great. That's a great idea for families to really connect and do something great for the community. as
Yes.
well.
Mhm.
So come see Cosmo. And as we always say, there's no guarantee that he will be here when you come to visit the Kokomo Humane Society. But there are so many pets here waiting for their forever home. And we'll see you next week.